Google and these other major tech corporations are now entering into the arena of becoming arbiters of truth, arbiters of what is going to be allowed to be talked about on their platforms and what isn't. And Google, more so than Facebook, more so than Amazon, more so than any of these other major tech corporations, that's a really important thing to discuss, because Google is the number one website visited on a daily basis. It is the number one search engine where people are getting their results from. This came out back in August 2015, and it was a senior research psychologist named Dr. Robert Epstein of the American Institute for Behavioral Research and Technology. He was a former editor-in-chief of Psychology Today, and he came out and said how Google could rig the election, because they have the ability to drive millions of votes to a candidate and no one would know, and it has to do with search engine bias. How Google's algorithm serves up the search results, because how Google ranks its search results determine what people are going to see first, which is pretty basic. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, and I don't use Google, but I went and did some searching today. I just wanted to see what's coming up on Google, and there's a lot of stuff that you can't find on Google like you used to be able to anymore. So there's obviously been a huge overhaul in the way that the algorithms are serving up information at Google. And I just want to show you guys some of this, because Google right now, and this is the headline that I showed before. This is from October 2018. Google calls search engine bias a conspiracy theory. So if Google has decided it's going to be censoring conspiracy theories, but it can also make determinations that theories about itself are conspiracy theories that thus need to be silenced, then Google is now putting itself in a position of silencing opposition to Google. I mean, do you see what I'm saying? So I don't know if this video is going to stay up here. I don't know that. And if it's not, I'm just letting you know it will be on BitChute. So if this video disappears off of here or whatever, then that's the reason. Because, either way, the videos that we put on this platform get buried anyways now. So they don't get the full views that they used to get anymore. It's dramatically changed in recent weeks. It's pretty amazing that they've buried us the way that they have. So I figure this is the kind of things we should be talking about, and here's where we should be talking about that. So I guess we'll see. But I just want to show you guys this, because I don't think people understand whenever you say something like search engine bias, what exactly does that mean? So I'm going to type in a series of 5 phrases into various search engines, and I want you guys to see what happens when I type these phrases in. What's supposed to happen is it guesses what I'm trying to look for, and it serves up some suggestions that happen to be the most popular things that were searched in regards to whatever the phrase or the term is that I'm putting in. So let's just try this. Let's start off with an easy one to show you what started all of this. And let's type in Hillary Clinton. So on DuckDuckGo, when you type in Hillary Clinton, the third thing that you get is indictment. The fourth thing that you get is email scandal. You also get concession speech. Okay? So that's what you get on DuckDuckGo. Now let's try it on Yahoo. Same thing pretty much. Indictment, email scandal, same thing. Concession speech. You also get illness. Didn't get that one before. Let's try Bing. Okay, the number 2 thing that shows up is her email controversy. So right there, you also get indictment and whatever that is, I guess. And okay, let's try Hillary Clinton on Google. Okay, right away you can see a huge difference here. There is absolutely nothing that comes up in these search results that suggests anything potentially negative or that could be viewed as in a negative light about Hillary Clinton. So you're not going to get that as an option. So let's try something else, though. Let's branch out from this. Let's try hate speech. Okay, so if I go to DuckDuckGo and I type in hate speech, I get First Amendment, laws, hate speech versus free speech, examples, meaning, legal definition. Let's try Yahoo. Pretty much the same thing. You also get cases and statistics. Let's try Bing. Okay, so pretty much the same. You also get synonyms. Now let's try Google. Okay, as you can see, there's a difference here right away because you get hate speech in the United States specifically. You get hate speech is free speech. That's not something you normally get. Hate speech is illegal, and hate speech on college campuses, which is not something I got in any other search. But you see how that's different. Hate speech is free speech. Now that's going to offer me up something totally different that I probably wasn't thinking about, but now I'm going to be like, what is hate speech, free speech? You see how it's putting an idea out there that was just that's not even offered anywhere else. Are people even searching for that? You have to ask. Let's try alt-right. Okay, so DuckDuckGo, I get movement, rally, websites, haircut. Is there an alt-right haircut? That's weird. Anyways, let's try Yahoo. Again, haircut. I'm going to have to look into what that haircut is. Rally, flag. There's an alt-right flag now? I can't keep up with these freaking groups. I'm telling you, it's silly. Alt-right. Steven Crowder. Age of Rage. Alt-right flag, alt-right adjacent. Adjacent? See, I don't know. But now check out what happens when I type alt-right into Google. Notice anything? Alt-right Age of Rage is the #1 return. Then you get Netflix. Then you get Age of Rage Review, Age of Rage Wiki, Age of Rage Netflix. So the top 3 results right here are all basically really ultimately the same result. And it has to do with this documentary called Age of Rage. And what this documentary is about, here's what it says for IMDb when I go to DuckDuckGo. The alt-right movement is a worthy subject of a documentary as the rise of hate crimes and hate group activity thanks to a president that supports them tacitly or at least has worked with advisors that support them like Bannon. I've not seen this movie, so I can't make any statements about this movie, but what I am saying is the search results of Google are promoting this movie. Clearly they're promoting this movie when you type in alt-right, and basically what you're getting is at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the results that come up as options for this search result are pushing you towards watching this movie. No, none of these other ones, I mean, Bing mentions it one time, right? So it's not giving extra over representation to this film. And DuckDuckGo doesn't mention it at all, and neither does Yahoo. Do you see the difference? But Google, this one is related to it. If you type alt-right Netflix, this is what's going to come up. Age of Rage is going to be the first thing. Age of Rage, and the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. So that's a search result for Age of Rage. The third one is obviously Age of Rage. I don't know about Podcast and Playbook, but then you have the Age of Rage Wiki, and you also have Age of Rage Netflix down here, as if we didn't already have that up top. So, and then dogs, I guess, is one of it. So this is a very, very biased. It's very biased. Let's try another one. Let's try anti-vax. So in DuckDuckGo, I get anti-vaxxers, anti-vaxxer definition, movement, meaning, memes, ideology. That's pretty basic. Let's try it here. Yahoo. Same thing. I also get ideology, another one for memes, and another one for movement. Anti-vax on Bing. I get anti-vaxxers, 1x, 2x's, movement, memes, definition. That's what you get, right? Check out what you get on Google. Okay, so right away we have anti-vaxxers on the Magic School Bus. Let's check that one out. So that is College Humor making a joke about the stupidity of anti-vaccine parents. And it says right here, measles are contagious. Unfortunately, intelligence isn't. And then you have College Humor parody tackles anti-vaxxers, College Humor anti-vaxxers on the Magic School Bus. And so it's all about making fun of parents who don't vaccinate their children. That's what that is. Also, if you'll notice, there was another search result here as well. Anti-Vaxxers Plague Inc. Now, if you don't know what Plague Inc. is, this is a game where, as a player, you simulate a plague and murder large portions of humanity off the planet. And what they decided to apparently do is add anti-vaxxers to the game. So now you can play as anti-vaxxers to help players render humans extinct.